welcome to Holy Tea with Ellen this week of February 4th. We are in full swing with our second week of the lesson on wandering in the wilderness with our church school kids this week. It is also the week where we have asked church school families to bring 2 canned goods with them to use in a relay race that we're doing around some food scarcity learning for our Wandering in the Wilderness unit. So remember those cans. Next week I'll share about the total of cans brought, because when we're done with them for the race, we're going to donate them to our own Holy Trinity food pantry. So I'll share how many we raised next week during Holy Tea. Also, Lent begins next week on Wednesday, Ash Wednesday, February 14th. There are devotionals out for all adult members of our congregation, and a part of that devotional was a supplemental content for kids to draw along through Lent with that devotional. So those are out upstairs too, if your family wants to follow along that way during the season of Lent. They're along the red wall. Confirmation students this week for 6th and 7th graders, I have invited the parents to come for a lesson about faith at home, and we're going to use the Luther's Small Catechism as our point of study for this session. Luther wrote the Small Catechism as intended for parents to teach their children about the faith in the home, and it's something that I still use in my own teaching today. So it still has relevance, and there's a lot of good content in there. Mainly we're going to focus on what Luther has to say about the sacraments with the 6th and 7th graders and their parents this Wednesday at 6 p.m. High school students, this past Sunday, our ELCA Youth Gathering group did a fundraiser to help offset some of the cost of our trip to the ELCA Youth Gathering in New Orleans this summer in July. We had a great response. A lot of people were very curious and kind in their giving, and so we're excited to be sharing that we are extending it a little bit into the week. If you weren't here on Sunday, look for the QR code so you can scan and donate to this effort. So it's not too late if you missed it. Also, we'll be sharing with families of our participants so they too can support this effort. This group is really fun. They're really excited to go to New Orleans and learn about the city, the culture, eat the food, of course, and do a little bit of service around some advocacy while we're there too. So it's going to be a great experience. We're excited. So any way that you can help support the effort is welcome. Prayer is always important. So people, please be praying for this group of 16 from our church that's going to do that this summer. And if you can support them financially and help with our fundraiser, that would be great too. We would love that from you. Also this week, all high school students, even gathering kids or not, all high school students are invited for a hangout and help at 7 p.m. in the cafe this Wednesday. We are putting the labels on the M&Ms for our ELCA World Hunger Appeal effort in Lent. I bet you didn't know how that happened. Those mini M&M containers that we hand out to fill with quarters have labels on them every year. Well, somebody around the church does that, and this year the high school kids are going to do that while they hang out a little bit this Wednesday night. So come and have some fellowship and some fun and some food as well while we do that project. Well, that's all I have to share this week about what's happening. It feels like a lot, but there's good energy in this place when all our families are here, and it brings joy to my heart. So thank you for your part in learning ministries here at our Holy Trinity Lutheran Church.